Hi, this is Ashley with Right By Me, and today I'm going to be making something with this. I kind of folded it already because I was just trying to work out in my head what it is I wanted to do. So I'm going to make a shape like that, and then I think I'm going to have to go from there, obviously. So I think I'm going to leave this side open, but I think I'm going to... I was thinking about trimming it, but I might just leave it like that and then turn this into like a little writing flip as well, and then have a tuck spot. And then I was thinking of either having these as writing panels or putting a little pocket. And then I was thinking about opening the tops up for some tags or journaling cards as well. So it'd be a pretty hefty little piece. So that's what I'm thinking, and I guess that's what we're gonna try to do. So I haven't made something like this. I've made trifold envelopes where you put them all together and all the tops are open, but I haven't made something like this yet. I was also thinking of sewing on the seams here to ensure that whatever goes into here also doesn't slide all the way down. So, yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna do. So I guess we're gonna start with, like, because they're not even panels. So that's 3, or maybe they are. Oh, that one's a little bigger than 3. That one's 3. So, yeah, I guess they are. I figured I would use this paper. Even if I'm making this for the bee journal, I figured I'd use this as a panel, paneling for it. So how tall is it? So it's like 6 by 3. Yeah, that should work. I should be able to get both panels out of both sides out of this. Okay. First, I'm gonna chop it down to size tall-wise, length-wise, and then chop them down to size I think that's where the 3 is, because it doesn't have a mark, but that's the only one that makes sense. Yeah. Double check my and then I'm going to shave a little bit down off of each panel when I get to that point, because I don't want it to fully cover. Is that just 3 by itself? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, I need 2 more. So how are you all doing today? Good, I hope. Just as a friendly little reminder, if you liked either of the last 2 journals that I've made, they are currently completely up for sale on my Etsy store, and all of that is linked down below this video or on my bio. Okay, so now I'm just gonna trim. A little off of each side and check. Yep. Okay. Do that for all of them. Just trimming along. One more. I'm just kind of creating this on the seat of my pants, so I'm not sure how it's going to turn out in the end. Hopefully something we like. Let me get rid of the little scraps. Bring that back into focus. Okay, so I might have to trim down whichever middle panel I'm going to use. Oh, actually that works just fine. So like that, and then again on the same thing on the back. So I'm thinking of, yeah, I'm just gonna trim off the top. Just might have to readjust the length then of my panels. Shucks. Like I said, going off the seat of my pants, so I don't know everything yet. Okay, so that's open like that. Trim these down just a smidge then. We'll just try to do this quickly. Last one. Okay. Those should be good to go now. Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna sew these when I'm done assembling it so that it stays nice and together. But then that begs the question. So I need to glue this one down because it's a side and not a top pocket. Okay, so we'll just glue that one back together. Okay. Because this one's opening like this and not from the top. Okay, so next I gotta ink. Sorry guys, I know it's not so interesting, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? I'll try to do it in a timely manner for everybody. Just try to do it in assembly line order. We'll do wild honey first, and then we'll do vintage photo. So yeah, all right. And then we'll decorate. Like I said, I might make some of these a writing panel, so I might put vellum over one like this. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. We'll see. Figured this paper was relatively neutral enough, but it still had some writing and some florals so that it still ties in with some of the stuff on the bee themes, on the bee stuff, so I figured I should be good there. Okay, that one, and now we need to do the brown. It just makes a big difference in my eyes to do this. So that's why I'm just gonna do it, even though it's not super interesting to watch or film. But I'm trying to go as fast as I can for y'all. Also trying to think about what to talk about. I usually have something to talk about on Mondays, but I know it's Wednesday, ain't it? I think so. Losing track of my days. Okay. Almost done. Only took 4 minutes. Oy. Okay. So now I think I am going to make this one the middle panel, because I think I'm going to put vellum over it to write on. And I think I'm going to put vellum on that one and that one as well done. So those can be, you can write on those. So let's just go ahead and get those glued down as well then. Yeah, all right. Try to get that. Okay. Which way does this go? I think it goes this way. Yeah, it goes this way. Okay. Wouldn't make too much of a difference if it was going upside down, but yeah. And it looks like a lot of glue, but it's not. It's a really thin bead. Okay. Squidgy that down. Okay. That on. Nice. So far so good. So let's go ahead and do this side. So I think I'm going to make that the middle panel. So on this panel, I don't want to cover up this, so I'm actually going to put the glue like that. And then bring it out a little bit. Okay, and then holding the side I don't want glue on. And then I'm gonna give it a bit of a berth. Punch a little hole there. All right, so far so good. Famous last words, right? Squidgy it down. Make sure that's going all the right direction. It is. All right. Got about 10 minutes. We're definitely not getting this done today unless I do a longer video today. Alright, let's go ahead and get that hole punched in that one. And then on this side, I think we'll punch. Sorry, I'm just opening it up. We'll punch 2 holes in this as well. Okay. And I'm going to ink all of this, but I'll do that off camera. I'm also going to sew this part off camera as well. But so far, this is what we got. So far, I like it. I think I'm also going to put the Velcro dots when we're done to keep that closed. So it's like a little wallet. All right, this I think I need to probably do something with. I wonder if I could just maybe too shiny, right? Because I can just put that on the flap. Just really wish I had matte. Could do that instead. I think that's what I'll do instead. Okay. And this I'm just gonna cover all the way up. I'm not gonna mess with bordering it. Probably make this just a 2-part. I was going to use that for the other cover page, but I can print more out. I'm not going to worry about the inside at all. I'll ink its edges and everything, and I'm going to ink that too, but I won't do that on camera. Okay, so this is where we're at. I have to sew and ink, and then we have to make 3 tags or journaling cards. I've been making an awful lot of those for this journal. I guess you do technically, but it's like I was gonna make this so that I didn't make more tags, but this is gonna need 3 more tags. So yeah. All right, so far so good. I'm liking it. Let's dip into my goodie bag. We got lots of stuff for probably mostly on the back panels because I'm going to put vellum on those front ones, on the inside ones, that is. Oh, that alone could be cute like that. Got little things. That fits there. I might do something like that. What else I got? That's just really colorful. Maybe too colorful for this particular little piece. Oops. Something like that. Thinking, sorry. That's just a little too long. Or I could do that. Yeah, that's better. I think I like the bumblebee better. I think we'll do something like that. So, I'm out of time, so oh shucks, unless you know what, I'm gonna go over a little bit. I'm gonna at least get these on. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna at least get those on. So I want to make sure this is going the correct direction. So I want it like that. And I'm just gonna brown it. I'm not gonna put the yellow because you're not gonna see the yellow. But you will see some of the vintage photo. So I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm also gonna do? I mean, you'll see the little brads, but I don't care. I'm gonna take 2. And we're gonna glue it down, but I'm gonna make it look like it's a little placard. Just try to get that lined up. Yeah, okay. So then it's a little off, but it's handmade. If I really wanted to, I could have measured that out. That's okay. And then with these, I like to get them nice and smushed on there. I think my pliers are just long enough. Like everything facing the right same direction. Oh, that looks nice. Doesn't that? Can you see that? Yeah. Doesn't that look nice? It looks like a little placard. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's just get these on, and then I'll end it. And then we can pick up tomorrow and finish. Hopefully finish. I actually think I like it like this better. So we're just gonna stick with that. Squidgy. Sorry I haven't been talking much. Just been thinking an awful lot. See, that's got a spot for a little brad there too. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and add one to it, and I think I can just punch that through. I'm going to tighten that down as well. There we go. And now I'm gonna squidgy that down as well. Okay. So far, that's what we got. So that's the cover, but that's the back. I like that better. Yeah. And then we'll add some stuff to it later as well. And then don't forget, we're gonna put a little piece of the Velcro button there. I love this. And then that opens up and you got a pocket. And then it opens up and we're gonna put vellum for writing spots. And maybe a little extra decoration, and then we gotta make some tags. So I gotta ink it, sew it, and put the Velcro button down. All right, so that's what I'll do. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. This is part 1. We'll finish this off tomorrow, and part 2, hopefully it'll only take 2 parts. And yeah, so thank you for joining me again, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again in part 2. Bye.